My dear friends, good morning to all of you. Vanakkam. I am delighted to participate in the France-India Students and Youth Meet organized by France MGR Peravai. My greetings to the Indo-France students and the youth from various educational institutions, France-Indian Youth Forum, professors, teachers, members of MGR Peravai, parents, friends, distinguished guests and special invitees. My special thanks to Sri S.K. Jaiswal, Minister Councillor, Indian Embassy France, Sri Murugu Padmanabhan, Founder President, MGR Peravai, Sri Idayakani Vijayan, Actor Sri Rajesh, Dr. S. Amudakumar from India, Sri Balagandhan Padmanabhan, Professor Meyyappanathan, Professor Dasarathan, Professor Talinjan Murugayya, Dr. Surya Narayanan, Sri Selva Annamalai, students and youth representatives who had delivered an inspiring address today, Sri Arun Kumar Madivanan and Sri D.P. Rajan and the friends from MGR Peravai, greetings to all of you. I bring greetings from India and all my friends who are with me today, like MGR Kumar, Muthu Kumar, Nahendran and other friends who are also extending their greetings to you on this great occasion of Indo-France students and youth meet. My greetings to all of you friends. I am very sorry that I could not able to come to France due to some issues in issuing the visa, and I tried my level best, and Mr. Murugu Padmanabhan also tried his level best to make this great event happen and make my presence in France, but somehow this time it could not materialize. I certainly sincerely apologize for this inconvenience to all of you. I look forward to another opportunity to be with you and to interact with you, so that I think we can share our experiences for the benefit of our two nations. Thank you. Today, my friends, I would like to share my thoughts on the topic. Ignited minds of the youth is the most powerful resource on the earth, above the earth, under the earth. So I hope this interaction, maybe today we are not able to interact, but it may be a one-way communication, but I will like to feel free, you can feel free to interact with me through my mail ID vponraj@abdulkalam.com or vponraj@gmail.com, and also through my Facebook vellaichami.ponraj. So certainly your interaction and your views are well appreciated, and I will certainly interact with you during the course of time. Dear friends, when I am today with you for the next 15 minutes, I would like to share some unique thoughts how a youth mind can be ignited and what are the today's dimensions. Today we are entering into the knowledge driven economy. In the knowledge driven economy, the objective of a society changes from fulfilling the basic needs of development to that of employment, empowerment. The education system will be promoted by creative, interactive, self-learning, formal and informal education with a focus on values, merit, quality. The workers or professionals, instead of being skilled or semi-skilled, will be knowledgeable, self-empowered and flexibly skilled. The type of work, instead of being structured and hardware driven, will be less structured and software driven. In order to enter into the knowledge society, what one quality will make you to be so? Yes, that one thing is to be unique. For that, what is needed is the creative leadership. Creative leadership means exercising the vision to change the traditional role from the commander to coach, from the manager to mentor, from the director to delegator, and from the one who demands respect from one who facilitates self-respect, for enhancing enterprise value, for enhancing the enterprise value in which you belong. we need the large number of creative leaders. Dear friends, creative leaders will always adopt the culture of excellence. The culture of excellence. What is culture of excellence? Friends, excellence is not driven by accident. It is a process where an individual or organization or even a nation continuously strives to better oneself. The performance standards are set by themselves. They work on their dreams. They work on their dreams, that is your dreams, with focus, and are prepared to take calculated risk and do not get deterred by failures as they move forward towards achieving their dreams, towards realizing their dreams. Then they step up their dreams. To work towards, to achieve. They tend to achieve or reach the original targets. They strive to work to their potential. They strive to work to their potential in the process. They increase their performance, thereby multiplying further their potential, and this is unending life cycle phenomena. So they are not in competition with anyone else, but themselves. They are in competition with themselves. That is the culture of excellence. The culture of excellence needs an organization, more youth with creativity, who strive to be unique. Dear friends, in the world, in the 21st century, it is going to be a knowledge-based society with multiple opportunities. I was studying a book, Empires of the Mind, by Dr. Dennis Waitley, referred by Dr. Kalam. It is his famous book. This is very personal book. This book gives what type of the new world which we are facing now. What was yesterday and what is today? What was yesterday and what is today? We have just, when you read it, you know, where are we? Where are we today? What is going to happen in tomorrow? It specifically says, what worked yesterday won't work today. What worked yesterday won't work today. That means, the first point, yesterday, natural resources defined power. Today, knowledge is power. What is that? Yesterday, natural resources defined power. Today, knowledge is power. Yesterday, hierarchy was the model. Today, synergy is the mandate. Yesterday, leaders commanded and controlled. Today, leaders empower and coach. Yesterday, shareholders comes first. Today, customers comes first. Yesterday, employees took the order. Today, teams make the decision. Yesterday, seniority signifies the status. Today, creativity drives the status. Yesterday, production determines the availability. Today, competitiveness is the key. What is that? Today, competitiveness is the key. Yesterday, value was extra. Today, value is everything. Okay? Yesterday, everyone was a competitor. Today, everyone is a customer. Yesterday, profits were earned through expediency. Today, work with integrity and succeed with integrity. Now let us study with all these characteristics in mind, how certain unique personalities, how they have evolved, how they have traveled into an unexplored path, who have made a difference to the society. Whenever, if you say inventions and discoveries have emanated from the creative minds that have been constantly working and imagining the outcome in the mind. That means constantly working and imagining the outcome in the mind. With the imagining and the constant effort, all the forces of the universe work for that inspired mind, thereby leading to inventions and discoveries. The question is, are you willing to become a unique personality? The question is, are you friends willing to become a unique personality? Let me share an experience. Dear friends, whenever you look up, what do you see? The light, the bulb, electric bulb. Immediately your thought goes to whom? Thomas Alva Edison, for his unique contribution towards the invention of electric bulb and his electric lighting system. When you hear the sound of the aeroplane and the flight going over on top of your house and the field, who do you think of? Wright brothers. That man proved man could fly, of course at a heavy risk and cost. Whom does you remember when your telephone ring? Today you have mobiles. In India, more than 80 million people have mobiles. 800 million people have mobiles. That means today, whenever you think of mobile or telephone, who do you remember? Alexander Graham Bell comes to your mind. When everybody considered sea travel as an experience, as a voyage, a unique person questioned during his sea travel from United Kingdom to India. He was pondering on why the horizon where the sky and the sea meet looks blue. His research resulted in the phenomena of scattering of light. Of course, Sir C.V. Raman was awarded with the Nobel Prize. Do you know an Indian mathematician who did not have a formal higher education but had inexhaustible spirit and love for mathematics, which took him to contribute the treasure houses of mathematical research, some of which are still under serious study, and engaging all available world mathematicians' efforts to establish formal proof for that? He was a unique Indian genius who could melt the heart of most hardened, outstanding Cambridge mathematician Professor G.H. Hardy. In fact, it is not exaggeration to say that it was Professor Hardy who discovered a great mathematician for the world. This mathematician was, of course, Srinivasa Ramanujan, for whom every number was a divine manifestation. In the engineering field, contributions of the towering personalities like Visvesvaraya were remarkable even in our time. Some of them bear testimony even today, like Krishnaraja Sahadev and industries in the Mysore. Do you know about great human being G.D. Naidu from Coimbatore? He has invented many inventions in the textile industry and the automobile industry. And do you know about a great human being with the spirit of service who won a Nobel Prize for her contributions? She said and practiced, give and give until it hurts. Who is she? She is Mother Teresa. Friends, there was a great scientific lady who is known for discovering radiation. She won not only one but 2 Nobel Prizes for physics and another for chemistry. Who is she? She is Madame Curie. Madame Curie discovered radium and she was doing research on the effect of radiation on human system. The same radiation which she discovered affected her, and she sacrificed her life for the pain of human life. Friends, we have met along with Dr. Kalam. He has traveled the length and breadth of the country from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and more than 35 countries abroad. And so far he has met more than 16 million students and the youth across the world. Along with him, I had the privilege of going with him. I also met all the students and interacted with them and understood the aspirations of the youth. Dear friends, what we learned as per Dr. Kalam, he used to say, every youth wants to be unique, that is you. Every youth wants to be unique, that is you. But the world all around you is doing its best day and night to make you everybody else. That means every youth wants to be unique, but the world all around you is doing its best to make you everybody else. In the home, dear young fellows, you are asked by your parents to be like your neighbors' children for scoring good marks. When you go to school, your teacher says, why not you become like the first 5 rankers in the class? Wherever you go, they are saying, you have to be somebody else or everybody else. Now, dear young friends, how many of you would like to be unique yourself? That means, MGR சொன்னது போல உன்னை அறிந்தால் நீ உன்னை அறிந்தால் உலகத்தில் போராடலாம், உயர்ந்தாலும் தாழ்ந்தாலும் தலை வணங்காமல் நீ வாழலாம் என்று சொன்னாரே, அதே போல நீ தனித்துவமானவன் என்று அறிந்த அடுத்த வினாடி இந்த உலகத்தில் உனக்காக வரலாற்றில் ஒரு பக்கம் ஒதுக்கப்பட்டுவிடும். அந்த பக்கத்தை வருங்கால தலைமுறை திரும்ப திரும்ப படிக்க வைப்பது உன் கையில் இருக்கிறது என்று சொன்னது போல் அந்த ஒரு unique you. When are you going to be unique you? When you are going to identify the unique you in you? That is what the challenge, my friends. The challenge, my young friends, is that you have to fight the hardest battle which any human being can ever imagine to fight, and never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place. That is unique you. Friends, what will be your tools to fight that battle? What are they? Have a great aim in life. There are 4 tools. You should have a great aim in life. Small aim is a crime, as according to Dr. Kalam. continuously acquire the knowledge. That means you have to continuously acquire the knowledge till your death. Work hard, sweat. That means work hard. It is not only simply working hard, but you have to work smart. That means you have to have smart work and perseverance. Last fourth is what? Perseverance. That means you have to defeat the defeatist tendencies and then you have to succeed. That means persevere to realize the great achievement. So if you have all these four qualities in your life, whether you are a student, whether you are a youth, whether you are an adult, whether you are a leader, you will be able to achieve. A child asks you, what can you give me? A child asks you, what can you give me? A youth says, leave it alone, I will do it everything. An adult says, let us do it together. A leader says, what can I do for you? So from the transformation of a child to a leader, you should transform what can you do for me to what can I do for you. That is the spirit of education. Dear friends, நண்பர்களே, டாக்டர் கலாம் அவர்கள் சொல்வார்கள் அடிக்கடி, உறக்கத்திலே வருவதல்ல கனவு, உன்னை உறங்க விடாமல் செய்வதுதான் கனவு என்று சொல்வார்கள். எனவே கனவு காண்பது என்பது ஒவ்வொரு இளைஞர்களின் வாழ்வில் ஒவ்வொரு முக்கியமான விஷயம். Dear friends, டாக்டர் கலாம் அவர்கள் ஒரு கவிதையை தழுவி எழுதியிருக்கிறார்கள். அந்த கவிதை என்னவென்றால், நான் பறந்து கொண்டே இருப்பேன் என்பதாகும். நீங்கள் எல்லாம் என்னால் முடிந்தால் திரும்பி சொல்லுங்கள். நான் பிறந்தேன் அரும்பெரும் சக்தியுடன், நான் பிறந்தேன் நற்பண்புகளுடன், நான் பிறந்தேன் கனவுடன், நான் பிறந்தேன் உயர் எண்ணங்களை செயல்படுத்த, நான் பிறந்தேன் ஆராய்ச்சி உள்ளத்துடன், நான் பிறந்தேன் என்னால் முடியும் என்ற உள்ள உறுதியுடன், நான் பிறந்தேன் ஆகாய உச்சியில் பறக்க, நான் பூமியில் ஒருபோதும் தவளவே மாட்டேன், பறப்பேன், வானில் பறந்து கொண்டே இருப்பேன் என்று சொன்னார்கள் டாக்டர் கலாம். What is the message to you, friends? It is that education gives you wings to fly. Education gives you wings to fly. Education gives wings to fly. Achievement comes out of fire in our subconscious mind. That is, I will win. So each one of you friends assembled here or elsewhere will have wings of fire. The wings of fire indeed lead to knowledge, which will make you fly as a scientist, as a teacher, as a professor, as a bureaucrat, as an industrialist, as a lawyer, as an entrepreneur, or a social activist, or a good political leader, or a media specialist, or anything you want to be achieved. Every one of you can evolve a beautiful vision if you have a vision. If you are able to work for that vision. How to make impossible possible? Dear students, it is said, history has proven that those who dare to imagine the impossible are the ones who break all human limitations. The history has proven that those who dare to imagine the impossible are the ones who break all the human limitations in every field of human endeavor, whether science, medicine, sports, arts, technology, politics, or whatever it may be. Name the people. The names of the people who imagined the impossible and achieved are engraved in our history. Names of the people who imagined the impossible and achieved are engraved in the history. By breaking the limits of their imagination, they changed the world. They transformed the world. By what? By breaking the limits of the imagination, they changed the world, they transformed the world. Let us see some of the few creative minds who made the impossible and possible by their indomitable spirit. Dear friends, human flight is nothing but a creativity of human mind, and it undergoes several struggles to achieve excellence. In 1895, a great well-known scientist, Lord Kelvin, who was the president of the Royal Society of London, said, anything heavier than air cannot fly. Anything heavier than air cannot fly and cannot be flown. Within a decade, Wright brothers proved this statement wrong, and they proved man could fly in 1903. On the successful completion of Mars mission in 1969, Von Braun, a very famous rocket engineer who went from Germany, who built Saturn V to launch the capsule with astronauts and made the moon walk a reality. In 1975. He said, if I am authorized, I will remove the word impossible. If I am authorized, I will remove the word impossible. In ancient days, Platonic astronomy is a widely used system in calculating the dynamics of the various stars and planets assumption by then was that the earth is flat. The earth is spherical in shape, orbiting around the sun. The great three astronomers, Copernicus, Galileo and Kepler, had given new dimension to the world of astronomy. Today, we take it for granted. The earth is a globe orbiting around the sun, and the sun orbits in the Milky Way. 600 centuries ago, our Aryabhatta proved that earth is round, earth is a globe, earth is a spherical body. It revolves around the sun. He proved all the technological achievements we have today are the outcome of the scientific exploration of scientists of earlier centuries. At no time man was beaten by problems. At no time man was beaten by problems. He strives continuously to subjugate impossibility and then succeeds. Dear friends, what lesson do we learn from all these achievements? According to the laws of aerodynamics, the bumblebee, there is a small fellow, will fly like anything, it makes a noise. The bumblebee, a small fellow, should never be able to fly. According to the laws of aerodynamics, the bumblebee should never be able to fly because of its size, weight and the shape of its body in relation to the total wingspan. Flying is scientifically impossible. But the bumblebee, being ignorant of all the scientific theory, goes ahead and flies anyway. It goes ahead and flies anyway. We are saying it just simply flies. Because, how it is flying? Because it wants to fly. And it is flying. That means, the bumblebee thinks it can fly. So it is flying. I would like the youth assembled here and the students assembled here to take lesson from all these examples and to work to make everything possible because you are all unique. Dear friends, how does achievement comes? As I already said, there are 4 proven steps. That means acquiring, there is a great aim before the year 20. Acquiring the knowledge continuously, hard work towards the aim and perseverance to defeat the problem will succeed. Now you know how these unique personalities got evolved, and also you realize how to transform yourself into a unique you. And above all, what you need? A willpower and a confidence that you can achieve great deeds. Dear friends, there are 2 examples which I would like to quote here. All of you know about Chandrayaan, a satellite which has been launched by India, which has been developed in collaboration with NASA and ISRO. It has, before the Chandrayaan results are announced to the world, that Chandrayaan has found HO and H2O molecule availability in the moon. We had a review meeting conducted at NASA in US, and Dr. Kalam along with Dr. Kalam, myself and ISRO scientists and NASA scientists were all together in the review meeting. After 1 hour of discussion, they said how 1 hour they explained how the moon mineralogy mapper, the M3, has found the water molecule on the moon, and they explained the research results before they announced to the world. And immediately after the 1.5 hours meeting, the NASA chief scientist stood up and he told Dr. Kalam, I would like to say one thing to you here. The uniqueness of this project. There are USA and several other countries tried several times to find a water molecule on the moon, but they could not succeed in their efforts for the last 2 decades. But when India and the US joined together, when NASA and ISRO joined together, in the first effort itself, we found the water molecule on the moon. That is the spirit of Indian scientists and the NASA scientists working together. That means the spirit of cooperation, the spirit of togetherness, the spirit of sharing the knowledge by 2 countries. How it is proved, based on the core competence of each nation, we are able to prove to the world that we can find a water molecule on the moon. That is the spirit of youth power. That is the spirit of the ignited mind of the youth power. It may reflect in scientific area, it may reflect in political area, it may reflect in any other area for that matter. Dear friends, the other one which I would like to share with you, in today, unmanned aerial vehicle becoming more prominence in India. Our MIT students under the head of Dr. Senthil Kumar in MIT Anna University, they have designed an unmanned aerial vehicle system. Today, it has been deployed to monitor the heavy crowd, to deploy on the mission and the Uttarakhand flood. to identify the bodies which is debris, which is buried under the debris, and they are able to deploy to find out the granite scan, and is deployed on the coastal regions to help the fishermen to identify and to help the coastal coast guard to provide the security cover. And it has been deployed in many successful areas today, and it is finding a unique invention, that is UAV, which is able to fly above 500 meters top and able to cover up to 800 meters, and it has number of applications for scientific and military and civil applications. And these innovations, the innovations and discoveries have emanated from the creative minds that has been constantly working and imagining the outcome. With imagination and constant effort, all the forces of the universe work for that inspired mind, thereby leading to inventions and discoveries. Friends, now I am going to give you some thoughts on the topic what I will be remembered for. Friends, I would like to ask you, what you would like to be remembered for? You have to evolve yourself and shape your life. You should write it on a page. You should write it on a page today. That page may be a very important page in the book of human history. That page may be a very important page in the book of a human history. And you will be remembered for creating that one page in the history of the nation. Whether that page is a page of invention, the page of innovation, the page of discovery, or the page of creating a societal change, or a page of removing the pain of the problem, or the page of removing the poverty of the nation, or the page of fighting injustice, or planning and execution of a particular mission like creating a network of rivers and bringing energy independence to the nation. So that page, I am sure all of you would like to do something different in your life, something out of the box mission. What are they? What would you like to be remembered for? Will you be remembered for a visionary action for the nation like Napoleon? Will you be remembered like a Satyendranath Bose, Albert Einstein and Peter Higgs for the discovery of the Higgs boson, the particle which existence would profound importance in particle physics by proving the existence of hypothetical Higgs field, the simplest of several proposed mechanisms for the breaking of electro-weak symmetry and the means by which elementary particle acquire mass. Would you like to be remembered for Steve Jobs of Apple, who created a new dimension in the personal computing and communication space through the invention of iPhones and iPad tablets, through his innovative research, development and commercialization globally? Will you be remembered for introducing new industrial system product which represents a convergence of technologies for the low cost, high efficiency products like bionic eye? Will you be remembered for creating a company which finds a place in the top 100 of the Fortune 500 companies from India or France? Will you be remembered for facilitating creation of Pura complexes, that is providing urban amenities in rural area? That is one of the unique sustainable developmental model for making prosperity, for bringing prosperity to the rural area for the 3 billion people across the world. Will you be remembered for creating techno-commercial model for creating a validated system for the production of 340 million tons of food grains and value addition through food processing before the year 2020 in India? Will you be remembered for promoting energy independence for the nation through the development of renewable energy systems? Will you be remembered for working on creating a carbon neutral organization wherever you are, whichever the country you are? Will you be remembered for the action oriented clean home, clean environment and clean state in the clean nation program? Dear friends, for all the missions, Dr. Kalam used to say that he has seen 3 dreams which has taken shape as vision, mission and realization. Space program of ISRO, Agni program of DRDO, Pura program of government becoming a national mission. Of course, these 3 programs succeeded in the midst of many challenges and problems. Based on the above experience, Dr. Kalam defined what is creative leadership. I want to convey to you, friends, what Dr. Kalam learned on leadership from these 3 programs. Dr. Kalam says, a leader should have a vision. A leader should have a vision. A leader must have a passion to transform the vision into missions. The leader must be able to travel into an unexplored path. A leader must be able to travel into an unexplored path. A leader must know how to manage a success and a failure. A leader must have a courage to take a decision. A leader should have a nobility in management. Every action of the leader should be transparent. Leader must work with integrity and succeed with integrity. For success in all the missions, It is essential to have creative leaders. Creative leadership means, again I would like to say, exercising the vision to change a traditional role from commander to coach, a manager to mentor, a one who demands respect from one who facilitates self-respect. For the vibrant nation, whether India, France or any other nation, the important thrust will be on inculcating the traits of leadership among the youth. Dear friends, when I am today with the members of the MGR Pyramid, the youth and the student, with all of you, what kind of a leader should do for the nation? In the vision of Dr. MGR, I would like to say a few words. MGR சொன்னார், ஏர்பூட்டி தோளில் வைத்து இல்லாமை வீட்டில் வைத்து போராடும் காலம் எல்லாம் போனதம்மா, எல்லோருக்கும் யாவும் உண்டு என்றாகும் காலம் என்று நேராக கண்ணில் வந்து தோன்றுதம்மா, விடியும் வேளை வரப்போகுது தர்மம் தீர்ப்பை தரப்போகுது, நியாயங்கள் சாவதில்லை என்றும் நியாயங்கள் சாவதில்லை, கல்விக்கு சாலை உண்டு நூலுக்கு ஆலை உண்டு, நாட்டுக்கு தேவையெல்லாம் நாம் தேடலாம், தோளுக்கு வீரம் உண்டு தோற்காத ஞானம் உண்டு, நீதிக்கு நெஞ்சம் உண்டு நாம் வாழலாம், சிரிக்கும் ஏழை முகம் பார்க்கலாம், சிந்தும் கண்ணீர் தனை மாற்றலாம், வாருங்கள் தோழர்களே ஒன்றாய் சேருங்கள் தோழர்களே, நாளை உலகை ஆள வேண்டும் உழைக்கும் கரங்களே உழைக்கும் கரங்களே என்று சொன்னார் எம்ஜிஆர். அப்படிப்பட்ட மாற்றத்தை உருவாக்கக்கூடிய லீடர்ஸ் we should evolve from the students of Indo-France Association. You should create a change in the society. You should transform the nation into a knowledge-based nation. With these words, I wish all of you success in your mission of promoting youth for developmental mission in all their endeavors. My greetings to France, Indian students and the youth, MGR Pyramid, for promoting bilateral relationship between India and France and also promote peace, prosperity and happiness globally. Thank you friends. May God bless you. Thank you.